Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler for you series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. This is also my dinner, so hopefully it's delicious. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm in my back room today, which means we get Peter Cannon Thunderbolt poster behind me. Ooh, Peter Cannon Thunderbolt poster. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I am doing something else. What is it? I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? Well, it happens to be a brand spanking new one because it's my my I Bet shirt. Yeah, you heard me pronounce that correctly. What the fuck is I Bet? I Bet is a band, local band out of Illinois, specifically the south side of Chicago. Uh, they're sort of a rap metal, hardcore-ish new metal. Yeah, like they're blending some genres. Definitely kind of a little bit of a throwback to the past. Very much within my wheelhouse, the type of stuff that I like. Of course, I'm a big fan of new metal and that whole scene. I'd become aware of these guys sometime earlier this year, 2024. I've been meaning to finally get out to see them, and it finally happened last night. They were on tour. Well, they were on a show with a band called Silent Theory, Discrepancies, and Disaster Piece. That was the full lineup. They were the openers. They were badass. I loved it. I got videos of all of those performances from every single band. They're on the channel as well, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their music goes, because I think they're a super awesome band. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why is it my dinner? Well, it's my dinner because it just is. Like, there's no rationale to it. It was just like, this would be a good time to do this. But it happens to be, it's frozen pizza, which I've reviewed any number of frozen pizzas on my channel. But this is a new one. This is from a company called The Corner Booth, which I believe, is actually distributed by Dutch Farms. So I believe this is an Illinois thing as far as like I could kind of make out. So what with this being an Illinois thing, this is going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist for just Illinois related stuff. And this is their pub style thin crust sausage and Giardiniera traditional style Chicago pepper mix pizza. It's a lot of stuff. And this is kind of interesting because it is the pub style, which is one of those things. Like Chicago's known for deep dish, of course. That's our whole jam. But we also have like really crazy good pub style too. So I figured good opportunity. But let's take a look at the pizza itself. And this one, it was just put it on the rack for about 16 minutes, I think. So it looks like that. It's a pizza. Let's get a thing for the thing. It's always a joy to try to make this whole thing happen. We'll do it. Yep, other way. Let go. Alright, looks like this. We'll kind of do it like this. Ha 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 ha! Let's give it a go, man. I am super duper excited for this because I'm super duper hungry. Pizza back over here, please. Almost slipped off. Okay. Okay. I see what they're going for with that. Man, that's pretty good. I see what they're talking about with the was it the Chicago style pepper mix. It's got a little extra oomph to it. Not like a lot. Like it's not like crazy spicy or anything, but it's got like a nice little added pepperiness to it. Yeah, it's not bad. That's genuinely pretty proper. Um, Everything about it just tastes really nice and flavorful. Especially when you get a nice big piece of the Giardiniera, which I always mispronounce. I'm sure I fucking. But if you've never had it, by the way, again, it's kind of a Chicago thing. It's sort of like a pickled vegetable mix, but like it's usually kind of spicy depending on what you want from it. But really, really tasty and good, and it gives it that extra oomph of flavor. Like this is. Sauce tastes good. I mean, the sauce on a frozen pizza a lot of times can be like a little bit of a throwaway. It shouldn't be, but a lot of times, it's just, it's there, it helps out a little bit. On this one, though, it's a little bit more of a standout. I'm not going to say it necessarily makes or breaks the pizza, but like the fact that it actually has a decent flavor to it certainly helps improve it. Yeah, I mean, it's cheesy. Got some nice big pieces of sausage there. Yeah, I mean, it does have that nice crispy thin crust. I'm glad I followed the instructions because I put it. Normally, I've got a pizza tray and that's what I put the pizza on. But this one, it's like, no, 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 put it on the rack. Just put it in the center rack. And it's a little bit more of a pain in the ass to do, but I'm glad I did it. It crisped up really nicely. Um, you know what? That's not bad at all. Genuinely, I think as a guy who a lot of times, I'll just bust out some Jacks, pour a little bit of hot sauce on it. Bob's your uncle. Bob's my uncle. And, it's a pretty good time for what it is. I mean, it's not great or anything, but you can spruce it up a little bit. Um, with this, there's no need to spruce it up. All the flavors are there. Like I said, I like the fact that they actually, use the sort of peppery mix to it. The ingredients actually taste pretty good. It's not bad. But two questions do have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? And as a third question, does it stack up to actual Chicago style, pub pizza? Um, on occasion, yes, and tying number one and number three together. It is a decent approximation. Obviously, with it being a frozen pizza, there's only so much that can be done. Even the best frozen pizzas, I know that, I've seen some just like, oh, you goes over there and, you can, you don't even realize that I've yet to run into one where I didn't realize that it was a frozen pizza. This is definitely a little bit more of a premium pizza. And it does, again, a reasonable job of approximating the flavors. Like, it has the general spirit of it. But, of course, it doesn't have, the fresh ingredients, the prep. Like, everything that tasted good would taste better if it were, prepared at a proper Chicago pizzeria. But at the same time, it wasn't a bad experience. I'm going to enjoy eating the rest of it. This is my first time ever buying from this brand. It is one of those things, like, I forget exactly how much it cost, but it was, like, typically when I go out and I get, like, pizzas for myself, I'll get, like, some cheapo ones like Jack's or maybe Red Baron. And then I'll get, like, one, like, sort of quasi-premium one, and that'll be my little treat for myself, usually at the end of the week. Uh, you know, it did cost a little bit more, to be sure. And that's kind of why it would be an occasional one for me. Like, it wouldn't be a go-to just because, price line wise, I'm not saying that it doesn't taste better than, again, your Jacks, your Red Barons, what have you. But I don't know that I want to necessarily pay that as, like, my regular, because I'd probably about, like, double or even a little bit more my pizza budget, as it were. But it is good. So, it's not a bad product. And that's why if I'm recommending it, like, yeah, absolutely I am. I think that, I don't know how widespread it is. But I think if you run into it, again, if you're looking for like the super authentic style Chicago experience, of course it's not going to live up to that. But if you just, need some Chicago style methadone pizza, you know, something to get you by until again maybe the weekend, or maybe you can get together with friends or something for a proper sit down pizza, it'll do you, and it's pretty dang good. Again, like it's up to you where the value per price is. Like I said, for me it's a little bit much, but not too bad. But it's good. Yeah. So 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there themselves a truly Chicago style pizza tastic rest of your life. Be it deep dish, be it, pub style. It's, we enjoy all the pizzas here. Final 2 things. Number one, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your favorite style of pizza? Like I said, I'm from, Illinois, and of course we have some of the best pizza on the planet. There's simply no denying that. You can have your personal favorites, that's fine, but like, come the fuck on now. But at the same time, I openly admit, like, I'm a pizza slut. You definitely get people, again, in Illinois and stuff who can be a little bit pizza snobbish because, of course, we have such really good pizza. I just don't care. I like better pizza for sure, but, like, I'll go with gas station pizza, frozen pizza, It's all good with me. But I'd be interested in what you have to say on it. Anyway, bye.